Hey guys, Jeffrey Klein here with Klein Home Professionals, brokered by My Home Group. Today we're going to talk about the 4 biggest myths when buying a home, and I even have a bonus for you guys. So let's jump right in. The first myth is that you need a giant down payment, and that's simply not true. I've seen down payments anywhere from 0% to 5% to 10%, depending on what loan program you want to use or how much you have. For 0%, usually it is a VA loan for our veterans. So if you are a veteran, first off, thank you for your service. Secondly, you might be able to qualify for a home with 0 down, which is fantastic. You guys deserve it, you guys earned it. So if you are considering buying a home, I would definitely take advantage of that. Now, usually most people use an FHA loan, which is usually a 3.5% down payment. But I've seen you can get approved for grants that take it all the way down to 1% down payment. To put that in perspective, 3.5% down on a $200,000 home is $7,000. 1% on a $200,000 home is only $2,000. So first myth is that you need a large down payment. Not true. The second myth we're going to cover is that you need 2 years on the job. Not true either. Now you do need to have work history, and usually it's better if it's in the same field, but as long as you have an offer letter stating the hours you're going to be working if you're hourly and the hourly rate or your salary, usually you can use that to qualify. Now there are some other things the lender's going to ask you for, like pay stubs, tax documents for the last few years, and a few other things too. So the third myth that we are going to cover is that you need to be debt-free. Also not true. Now, they do look at your debt to income ratios, and usually they like it to be between 45% and 50%, meaning that all of your monthly debts, including your new mortgage payment, HOA, things like that, property taxes, homeowners insurance, are less than 45% of your gross income monthly. So you don't, usually when people think of debt to incomes, they think of like, oh, I gotta pay off my $40,000 student loan. Not true, as long as your payment is manageable and doesn't push you over that 45% limit. For questions about this, talk to myself, or I have some great lenders I can put you in contact with, and that way we can let you know where you stand. Now the fourth myth, and this is a big one, is that not using an agent or using the listing agent, or the biggest part of this is when you go to a new build and you do not use an agent, the myth is that it saves you money. And that's also not true. So new builds, the way that they work is that the people that are in the office are not there for your best interest. They're there for the builder. That's who pays them, right? And so when you go in without an agent, you're going in unrepresented and doing everything on your own. Now, usually it's fine, and their contracts are pretty safe. But I've heard some scary stories where people didn't read the contracts before signing, and they didn't realize that builders usually reserve the right to take 12 months to build your home. Can you imagine going under contract and then 12 months later finding out, or waiting 12 months to move in? Most people don't know that because they don't read the contract. So using an agent helps you understand those things, because a good agent will review the contract for you before you sign it, like myself. Now, also using the listing agent does not usually save you money. In certain circumstances, I myself included, have taken a reduced commission to represent both buyer and seller. But it's not usual. Usually if you use a listing agent, they take both sides of the commission, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I've also done that. It doesn't save you anything. You don't get a lesser offer. You don't get that money back in your pocket. So if you have a buyer's agent that you would like to work with, or somebody you think you would like to work with, I definitely advise reaching out to them and having them walk you through the process. So a portion of that, and I guess another half bonus, if you will, is that usually buyers don't pay the buyer's agent. There are circumstances in which that is not the case, in which the buyer would have to come out of pocket to pay the buyer's agent, but usually most agents are paid from the seller. So when I help sell a home to a buyer, even if it's a new build, I'm paid by the new build community and the builder. Same thing for selling a resale home, I'm paid by the seller. Well, rather, the seller's agent's brokerage pays my brokerage, and my brokerage pays me. That's how it works. So now the bonus is a question I actually received. Quite a few of you actually asked this question. What does the market look like? I've answered this question throughout the last couple of months, but it's always changing, so I love talking about it. The market is strong right now. On average, there are 200 people moving to the Valley a day, meaning even though we're losing people every day, we're still gaining positive 200 people, which is just absolutely insane growth. What that means is that the valley is becoming more expensive, housing prices are continuing to go up, and as that becomes less affordable, the people who are looking to buy homes are being pushed to the outskirts, Santa Ana Valley, Queen Creek, Maricopa, Casa Grande, and it's actually raising our property values as well. So if you are considering buying a home, I definitely would jump on it sooner rather than later. At least find out where you stand. To help you with that, I can answer some questions for you, as well as, again, put you in contact with a lender who will be able to answer probably more specific questions for you. So with that, that's a really short video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave me some comments, some feedback. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. I want to answer your questions, so comment them or reach out to me privately, however you want to do it. Or you can even call or text me. My phone number is 480-202-9130. Always happy to help you guys out. Hopefully, like I said, you enjoyed it, and let's chat soon.